Well, there you are up there. Hello and welcome to Grim Survival, people above me. I feel like everybody's above me now. This is a weird camera angle, but I'm trying out something new today, and we are live with Native and Devout Preppers. I just put the link in the description. You might have to refresh to see it. If not, I am pasting it to the chat. There we go. Hopefully that my chair isn't overly obnoxious today. That would just, yeah. This chair. We're having a Viking funeral for this chair. I'm going to burn this thing.
Oh, can't wait. Can't wait.
I look a little red. I think my camera settings are off. Whatever. I'll fix it later. All right. So I see quite a few people in the chat. I see Marbury Homestead. I see Homestead Oz. Greg, my friend and brother. Shalom, Greg. Christ is the answer. I assume you can see the chat too. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, I can see it.
Nice. Not everybody can do that when they pop on here. Prepper Nation, how's it going, John?
What's up, Prepper Nation?
Cat Lady Prepper 23 Meow. I have made you a mod. I got a lot of mods. Hey, look, there's Gray Man. For everybody who doesn't know, Gray Man is going live at 9 p.m. in an hour from now. He's going to have Alaska Prepper on his channel. So let's go give Gray Man some support. We'll try to be done in an hour.
Gray Man.
Did you know Gray Man had merch? Were you aware?
I heard that. I heard that the other week. I was blown away. I bought a mug. Yeah.
Did you know Alaska Prepper has merch and he has his face on a mug?
I didn't know that actually.
He has his face on a mug on his Teespring store.
What's it say? What's it say?
Oh, I gotta go look. Let me see if I still have it open. Maybe.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen, reach one, teach one, repeat. Yes, that's
there we go. Nice. I like that. He's always like, "Hello, ladies and gentlemen."
There we go. I gotta mute my other. There we go. That's better. All right. So for anybody who does not know, that's Native from Native and Devout Preppers. The link should be in the description. If you haven't checked him out, please go do so. I am posting the link yet again in the chat. Mods, if you wouldn't mind handling posting the links, I would greatly appreciate it. And just because I got a lot of mods, Hoodow, how's it going? My rules on trolls. I really don't mind trolls as long as they're not bothering other people in the chat. I don't mind if they bother me. So just let the trolls roll. I mean, I have fun with trolls. I troll them back. So please, mods, just let them be unless they're bothering other people in the chat, and then do your thing. I do too. I like it. Have you ever seen Bill Burr, the comedian Bill Burr? And when he has a heckler and he just goes off on him. That is the most hilarious thing to me. I love when he does that.
That's what you do to trolls, man. You just challenge them.
Exactly. I mean, it's what you do to a bully. You stand up to them and put them back in their place, and then they're your friend. Usually, not always, but usually. Oh, what are you drinking today? Is that apple juice or tea? Tea. I got coffee. I got double dead coffee. Look at this thing.
Double
this
dead
is my head. Double dead coffee, kind of. Yeah, maybe
dark roast. See, I like the dark roast. That's what I drink. I've never heard of them. Where are they out of? Double dead.
I have no clue where they're out of. I ordered this from Amazon.
Oh, okay.
Ravensbrewcoffee.com. They have a 1-800 number. Says
do you prep a lot of coffee? Do you prep coffee?
I have a lot of coffee. I never really prepped coffee until everybody started sending me coffee. Now I have quite a bit of coffee. Not nearly enough, though. I mean, not nearly. Do you prep coffee?
I do. I have a 6-month supply. I thought it was a year, but I miscounted. But it's 6 months. And we bought some coffee plants that we're trying to get started in our greenhouse.
Really? I'd like to see videos of that, because if you can grow coffee, I can grow coffee. And
there you go.
Yeah.
That's what it's about.
Grim's a midget? No, Grim's not a midget. I just mounted the camera up on top of my monitor because it was constantly in my way.
Who said that? Killjoy. Freaking Killjoy.
I look really red. I'm wondering my settings. I'm not going to try to mess with my camera settings right now because that would probably screw up everything.
Hey, there's probably gremlins in your new equipment.
Yeah, there probably is. I got a new microphone because my other one was crapping out. It came today. and my other one's here, still crapping out. But there it is. Prepper Nation says coffee plants. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, we're gonna have to see if Prepper Nation can.
You can get 10 seedlings for like $8 on Amazon. They ship them to your house, ready to go in the ground, already sprouted. Really cool.
Flannel Gizmo's in the house.
Flannel
already Gizmo. Trolling me. You know who Flannel Gizmo is, don't you?
Yeah, I know. He's the were possum.
Yep, there you go. The were possum. That's awesome. The were possum with a sock.
Yeah.
All right, so I have made a list of questions, and I don't know if we'll get through all of them, but I'm going to try. We'll try. I've never made a list of questions before, so I'm testing this on you. Me and my red cell. That red camera is really bothering me. I'm going to have to fix that, but yeah, later.
I'm the beta test. Let's do it.
Yep, you're the beta test for the questions. That's going to be fun. Great Lakes Reliance. Hello. I see Prepper Book Club, Prepper 007. There's a lot of prepping names in here. Mrs.
007. 007's in the house, y'all.
All right, let's get to some questions. First, the basics, the YouTube channel. What made you start a YouTube channel? You just want to look pretty on camera?
I'm trying to look pretty. I hope I do. Anyway,
did you do your makeup first?
Yeah,
that's why I look so red. It's the makeup, right?
No, you know what? Me and Devout Lion, we hang out on the weekends and play chess. We've always done that, and we just talk trash. And both of us really started getting into like politics and what's going on, at beginning of 2020. And we were watching YouTube channels about it, and we were sharing channels. Like I was sharing prepping channels with him, he was sharing news channels with me. And one night we just said, hey, let's film a chess match and just talk trash like we do. And that's how it got started. Just us BSing, and we realized that there's a whole community of people out there doing the same thing, getting our voices out there, and it just grew from there.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of your chess games. I gotta ask, who's better?
When we started, I beat him for a year straight.
Yeah,
and then he got really good. He knew all my strategies, and then he beat me for about a month straight, and then we started going back and forth. So we're pretty equal. I will say the last 5 games he's beat me. I'll just put that out there. I give props to Devout Lion. I don't know if he's here.
Yeah, you gotta give a shout out even when you lose. Good sportsmanship, right?
Absolutely.
Or like Cryptic Wookie would do, snap the arms off the droid and tip the board over. Yeah. Right, Cryptic Wookie? That's what you do, right? Indiana Prepper 2, how's it going?
What's up, Indiana, my brother?
Does that say 5 Virgins Prepper?
Yeah, that's my South Carolina brother right there.
Okay, I don't recognize that name. I just had to ask.
And I spell Prepper. Prepper.
You're looking at the chat. Awesome. I think that was cheating, though. Just thought that was cheating, yeah.
He didn't say I had to spell it without looking.
Oh, Jefferson Martial Arts, how's it going?
JMA, what's up? I feel safer already.
Yep, me too. Got to have somebody to get Flannel Gizmo, yeah. Jefferson,
you're on picking on us, man.
I know. That's Flannel what he does.
Here starting stuff.
I might have to send him the link later so we can just troll him in person.
Yeah.
That'd be fun. All right, so do you have any channel goals, future plans for your channel? Maybe, I don't know, getting into other aspects of prepping and possibly survival type things, anything like that? Overnight camping, maybe?
Yeah, actually, yes. I was supposed to go on a camping trip last weekend with my brothers. They went to Carolina Beach State Park, and we were going to film in and do that type of video for the channel, but I got sick and I couldn't go. So, but yeah, absolutely. Like really going out and just surviving out of your bug out bag for like a whole weekend trip. Me and Devout been talking about that. Trying to get the bug out cabin finished. I probably shouldn't say this, but maybe hoping that he's going to live in it for a week and we're going to film that. Him living in the bug out cabin.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, I think it'd be cool. Hey,
Yeah, I love those kinds of videos. If you
yeah,
ever watch Joe
really
Robinette,
doing it. Like we're building it for someone to live in case of a shift scenario. So let's see if someone can
yep,
live in it for at least a week. But
yep, and
also, we're really trying to push like the culture, like our culture out there, so that people can have fun when they watch our videos. And
hmm
so we try to put a lot of goofy, funny stuff in our videos, and we're trying to figure out how to do like a prepper fiction series, like on the side, just so like some we don't have to worry about mainstream media. This is our media, I'm putting stuff out there for my community, so we're trying
yeah,
to push
there's a
it for that.
channel that does the prepper fiction storytelling type of thing.
Really,
Rizza Jizza, I think is how you pronounce it. I got his link
Rizzo,
around here somewhere. Yeah, I got his link
sounds
around here
legit.
somewhere. Where did I put his link?
Does he rap?
No, not that I know of. I
That's a
hope he
cool name.
doesn't. But he
Yeah,
does
he does. So he
tell
tells
stories.
prepper fiction stories.
Yeah, he writes them himself. He's been doing it for several years, and he took a little time off of. I will find the link here in just a little bit
Yeah, I
and
appreciate
try
it.
to
And
get that up.
YouTube is so broad. There's so many
Oh
channels
yeah,
out there that you just stumble on.
oh yeah, yeah. I stumbled upon his channel many years ago, actually, and he had taken a break from YouTube, and I've seen him recently in the chat, so I went back and checked out his channel again, and he's got some new stories up. So I'm going to start listening because I really liked his stories. I mean, he
Oh,
does a
cool,
good
man.
job.
Hey, that's the best indictment I can hear about someone who writes stories. And if you're going back when they got new content, you must be good.
Oh yeah, yeah. I really liked it. So, have you heard about? Well, this is something I've noticed about certain channels that I'm not going to name. They're bigger channels, and you'll probably never see them in my chats. But certain people, when they get a certain number of subscribers, they completely change their whole personality, their demeanor, how they put out content. Everything changes about these people. Have you noticed that? And do you have anything, plans against letting that happen to you, per se?
I mean, honestly, I don't really have an opinion on that. I mean, everyone's channel is their channel, and they're going to do what they're doing. I can't tell another man what to do with his channel. I can say,
Yeah.
hey, that this would be cool to do, or that would be cool to do. But yeah, for us, like absolutely, man. I mean, what you see is what you get. We're just two goofballs out here. I don't see anything changing that. And also, my wife steadies me in this. Like she really is my anchor. You can get swept up in this YouTube thing,
Oh
for
yeah,
sure. I mean, it's a second job. It
it
really is a
really
second
is.
full time job. I know all you guys know this, and so that she is my anchor. She pulls me back down. So absolutely, man. I understand where you're coming from.
Yeah. And wow, I just got a. That's an interesting email. Wow. Yeah. I just got an email from the Urban Prepper inviting me to a live stream. So I'm just going to throw that out there right now. You know who the Urban
Wow.
Prepper is, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
that's why that distracted me because I heard the phone and I just kind of looked and I was like, what? What? I had to double take.
He's
Oh,
live
God.
right now.
I hope not right now. No, he said something about scheduling it. All right.
That's
I've
cool.
gone through the channel questions. Let's get into the prepping questions. So, what made you start prepping? I mean, was it a big event that happened to you? You just wake up one day, or you always been doing it your whole life?
I grew up in a community. It was made up of my grandmother and her 8 brothers and sisters who owned a stretch of a few hundred acres of land, and they were all farmers. And every year there would be big harvests. And we would can and shell freaking peas for weeks, so that we could make peas and snaps and chow chow and all this stuff. And they called it putting up, and that's the way I grew up. And then as I got older, I went in the military, and I went overseas, and I saw what happens when a government falls in a nation, because of war, devastation, or whatever. And I saw it happen to like just the average people who were just living there. They were suffering. I saw people fighting over just loaves of bread. And when I came back, that really stuck with me and how fragile society was. And I remembered, you got to put up. I didn't know what prepping was when I first started prepping. I just called it putting up, put up food, for later. And I started looking for other things and just doing investigations. And then I don't know, so don't quote me on this. I think the first time I heard the term prepper and prepping was doomsday preppers.
Really?
And like the first season, like when it came out, I was like, preppers. I was like, that's what I am. And there was this dude in New York. He was like a firefighter, and he was prepping for like the Caldera explosion. I was like, what is that? And so I looked it up, and I was like, that's a thing, a super volcano. I was like, no wonder he's prepping for that.
Yeah,
and that's really what.
I've
heard him say that. I heard him say that. I didn't even realize that was him. Like when I discovered prepping channels on YouTube.
Yeah.
And Angry Prepper came up when I searched prepping, and I just started watching him. I was like, he looks familiar. And then underneath, how they have like recommendations after you watch the video, it had the National Geographic Doomsday Preppers episode, and I was like, what is this? And I was like, oh my God, I remember him now.
I don't remember anything about his particular segment on the episode. I remember the guy before him that blew his finger off. Do you remember that?
I don't remember that.
Because I watched the entire episode.
Who was building the cinder block castle on top of the hill? Do you remember that guy?
Actually watched the show. I've only seen that one episode.
Okay.
But, yeah. Let's see. I see Mad Shad in the house. Go check out Mad Shad if you haven't done so. Lake Fury Prepper. Hello.
Mad Shad.
Brown. In my faith Prepper. How's it going? Wow, we got a lot of people visiting this. I don't know. We got 137 in the chat. In your yard, Homestead. Oh, I see Ma and Paul, Homestead Oss. And we got the whole world.
What's up, Lennon Wayne? What's up? All the way from Aussie.
Prepping Plumber. How's it going? I seen that interview you did yesterday. That was awesome. Was it yesterday? I don't know. My days get mixed up. Maybe it was yesterday. I think it was yesterday.
I saw that with Papa Prepper. That was good.
Yeah, that was a good one.
That was a good one.
All right, where were we? So do you have at least a year's supply of food? Or are you getting there?
Almost. We have a year's supply in like certain foods. What's this thing? Rice, beans, oats, stuff like that, flour, and then we're working on our meats right now. And so we're almost there. We're a few months away.
So I've done the math on how much rice you need if you're using 5-gallon buckets for one person for 1 year, calculated at 3,200 calories, and it equaled 22 5-gallon buckets. That's a lot of buckets for one person.
It is.
And that's 3,200 calories. That's just rice. And the beans were about the same for 3,200 calories per day for one person for 1 year is another 22 buckets. I mean, I'm having a hard time finding places to put buckets personally. I mean, I've already got the bed on buckets. I've got the kids' beds on buckets. I got buckets stacked up walls. I got a shed full of buckets. I mean, I'm running out of room. How about you? You got room for buckets? Because I got some extra. Trying to find a place to put.
Actually, we're running out too. We've started burying caches because I can't put them everywhere, and I need room for other stuff.
Have you thought about digging a root cellar?
Yes, that's on the docket for like next fall.
Yeah,
we got to finish a bunch of other stuff. Yeah, we got to build a new pen for goats. It's a lot of stuff has to come first.
Yeah, I think it was Cat Lady Prepper 23 Meow. I seen her little baby goat. She just lets them stay in the house.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. Yeah, that's cool.
We the People Prepping. I see you there. This is his fault right here. We the People sent me 2 bags of this stuff, and now look what's happened to me. Look, I can't. I'm addicted to it. He's like a drug dealer. He's like, here, have a sample.
Man. How are you going to do that to a brother?
For everyone who doesn't know, I'm red because I was messing with my camera settings are messed up. I have to change all this stuff around. I had to get a new microphone. My chair's still broken, and there's still a gremlin under it farting. And yeah,
Grim slept in the tanning bed too long. That's why it's red.
Yeah, exactly. I got to get this beautiful tan going. Got to get my makeup right.
Oh yeah.
That's not red at all. And look at it. It's zooming and unzooming. Why is it doing? I got to hold still now.
One of those gremlins is in there, man.
I'm telling you, I got a gremlin in my camera. What was I was about to say something. I completely forgot what it was. Oh, the Frenchman's here. How's it going, Frenchman?
Frenchman, my brother.
He's really French. Do you think he's really French?
I hope so. Otherwise, he is culturally appropriating.
Yeah, that would be horrible.
That's the thing.
So what preps are you missing or need more of that you feel anyway?
Um, more tools,
Tools.
more building materials. We're definitely light on all that stuff. Um,
Tools. I
more
got one right
medicines,
here.
and more bandages.
This is like a bunch of tools in one right here. This is the Leatherman Wave. For anybody who didn't see, I did an interview on it this morning, or a review on it this morning. Oh, which one is that?
This is the Walmart $5 special right here.
Yeah, I've had one of those too, and I hated it with a passion. I ended up getting
Yeah.
this one because of that one. I was like, it can't get any worse. It can only get better. JT was posting that link for the channel, the Bizza Rizza Jizza channel. So thank you, JT. It's up farther, but yeah, definitely check that out if you like the stories.
Appreciate it, JT.
Prepper Nation, if it's not a Leatherman, don't buy it. Don't do it. But they do sell Leathermans at hardware stores. Lowe's sells them. And they have more than just this one. They have a bunch of different ones. But this was the baseline. The Leatherman Wave is just, their flagship, I guess is how you put it. So do you keep any barter items on hand?
Yes. Yes, we do.
Do you mind sharing
coffee,
what they are?
Coffee
is a barter item? Yeah, ain't nobody getting my coffee. I'll fight for that.
I hear you.
Coffee? Really? I'm coming to your place.
If I mean, yeah. I mean, if there's something if someone has something I need and I've got all this coffee and I'm trying to learn to grow my own coffee. It takes 3 years for my bushes to produce beans. But anyway, yeah, I'll trade some coffee. That'll be that's like a gold item. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But we have some tobacco. No one in our home smokes, so I'll buy like cheap cigars or cigarettes and just
do you vacuum seal them so they don't go? I guess they go stale, from what I'm told.
Yeah, they do. They don't last long. Like you think they would. They're in plastic and cellophane, but you got to vacuum seal them. Yes, like there's all kinds of stuff like humidors and stuff. I'm not getting all that. So whatever I got to trade is what I have to trade.
I got something. I stuck it in a box somewhere near me. And, oh, there it is. I'm going to dump crap. I picked up this prep. It came into the mail yesterday.
Lighters.
Bic lighters. I bought a 25 pack of these things from Amazon because, the 30 I had weren't enough. Yeah, it is a very good barter item. And that's one of the things I would consider using it for. I also have some packs of ferro rods laying around, which could also be a good barter item.
Nice.
But I'm not sure I'd give up my ferro rods. I'd probably give up a few Bic lighters, but not ferro rods. Yeah. So do you have any medical skills and medical preps?
Yeah, I'm a certified EMT. Yeah. And I do have some medical preps. I'm not going to list them or anything, but stuff I've acquired and I just put aside. So like medicine and whatnot.
I picked up a Cat 7 tourniquet the other day. NorthAmericanRescue.com. And I've had some cheap, just cheap tourniquets before, but I've never had one quite like this. And this is nice. I definitely recommend a Cat 7.
Me too, 100%. Airborne Prepper did a review on it. It was pretty good. Have you practiced with it?
I have been for like 2 days playing with it, putting it on my arms. Kids think I'm insane. I'm like, come here, let me try it on your neck. Things like that. They run away. Like,
oh yeah.
All right, EDC. I have EDC questions. Do you carry a personal defense tool? I guess firearm is usually what I say, but yeah.
Yes, of course.
Yeah,
of course. Wherever I can legally, yeah.
You got to put that disclaimer out there, right? Because I'll outright say it. I'll carry it everywhere. I don't care if it's legal or not. I'll walk through New York.
Constitutionally, it is legal to carry everywhere.
That's my point.
That is my amendment about it. You have a whole amendment about it. So.
Exactly. So how do you feel about what is that HR 127 ammunition firearm registration? Completely illegal in my opinion, but
I think it's a beautiful bill. It's about time we had some common sense gun law. No,
yeah, there you go.
I think they're trying to put as much outrageous stuff as they can. Like I'm sure they really want all this stuff.
Oh yeah.
just so the other side will be like, we're not giving you all that stuff, and it's okay. We'll get rid of that. Just give us this. Just take this. Let's just ban ARs or something like that. So I think that's why they're doing this. I don't think it's gonna pass, and even if it does, it's gonna spark, Syria 3 or Revolution do.
Well, they're trying to pass Biden's financial crisis package, which gives us the additional $1,400 for the stimulus check, gives us the $3,600 child tax credit. What they're trying to do with this is the Democrats are trying to push it through without Republican support. If they manage to get that pushed out there, that's going to basically pave the way for them to start doing the one-party bills, such as HR 127. That's where I'm concerned about this whole stimulus package thing. Because if they manage to do it without the other party, this is one party bills. There's no opposition whatsoever if they do that, which means there's going to be no opposition to whatever ridiculous gun laws they want to throw out there at that point. And that's just gonna, that's tyranny at its best.
You're right, but at the same time, if whatever unconstitutional law they pass, in the end, it's going to be up to each local law enforcement agency. A lot of sheriffs going to be no. Not constitutional. A lot of mayors, a lot of governors are going to fight it. So, I mean, it's like I said, if they do try to do this one party rule crap, I mean, there's going to be severe backlash.
Oh, yeah. I agree. Northwood, Cheryl, how's it going? True American, Loretta, D.
What's
Brown.
up, Loretta?
Let's see. I seen somebody else. Not so remote, Alaska. How's it going?
Remote.
Good
What's going on?
Elizabeth. So Missouri is trying to pass HB 85 and 310, which is basically a Second Amendment Preservation Act. Missouri is not the only one. I think Missouri, if I'm not mistaken, they're either really close or already pushed it through. I think Florida is on that list. I think Texas is on that list. Several states are pushing these Second Amendment Preservation Acts through. It basically says that anything the federal government throws at them is unconstitutional and they will not abide by it. I think it's an awesome thing. I think more states should do it. But on the other hand, what do you think about it maybe dividing the country? I mean, there's going to be states like New York that are not going to agree to this, states like California. You have states around them that saying, hey, we're a Second Amendment preservation or sanctuary, as some people are calling it. I mean, this is really just another way to divide and conquer from one aspect of it, in my opinion. What do you think?
I agree. I mean, I think we're already on a track for separation. I don't see any reconciliation with the other thought in our country. There's just two thoughts in our country right now, and I don't see there is no reconciliation. There's no way you can reconcile our two ideologies. So we're already separated ideologically. We're already starting to set up our own infrastructures. We're finding constitutional social media platforms and we're building our own stuff. We're separating. To be honest with you, I mean, if there is a peaceful means of separation, yes, absolutely. But I just don't see it because even within the states, like you talking about New York, like New York City and like Buffalo, all the large cities are the concentration of the population concentrations with the blue, and all the surrounding areas are red. The red areas are going to want to be a part of whatever constitutional country would emerge. And so there's going to be civil war within those states. And there's blue areas in red states. They're going to want the opposite. And so I just don't see a peaceful means, and it's scary.
Yeah, I always found it very odd about how the city is so one-sided against the rest of the state. It's just, how exactly does that happen? It has to happen from public schools, in my opinion, indoctrination centers, as I call them. Because when you go to a rural school, they're not like they are in cities. City public schools are just insanity. Just insanity. Absolutely. I wouldn't send my kid to one of those if it was the last place on earth that had food and be like, we're going to die hungry today. I wouldn't send them. Just no.
Same.
And now they're talking about re-education camps, which, nobody's confirmed this, but there's just rumors flying around. Basically a FEMA camp where they're going to re-educate people like me and you because apparently we need it. But really, it's our children that they're going to go after. It's not going to be people like me.
Yeah. I mean, they know you can't reprogram someone. I mean, that you can program them as they're growing. Absolutely, in our schools, that's all they are, is indoctrination centers. That's why I left public school when I was
Oh yeah.
teaching. I couldn't handle it. I was like, it's like, we have to teach them this. I don't want to do that. So I went
Exactly.
to a charter school where, they were still kind of sane.
The government passes down mandates for what schools can and can't teach. Is that something you experienced as a teacher?
Absolutely, and it was always a crap show because you can't standardize education for every school across the country. It's just impossible because
I agree.
in regions there are cultural differences in the way that people and each individual learns. I think there are 23 different learning styles, individual learning styles. You just can't standardize everything. So when the federal government is trying to tell every school, this is the standard for every school, it's total BS.
Oh
And then
yeah.
it becomes all about meeting that standard and not actually educating the kids.
Yep. I learned by repetitive action. I have to do something repeatedly, and then I can remember it 20 years later if I've done it enough times and repeated it enough
Right.
times. But if I just read a book, I got to read it over and over and over for that information to stick in my head. It's kind of annoying, actually, especially when I know people that I know that are in my household that they can read. Just taking the Bible, for example, they can read the entire book of Genesis in about an hour. They read really fast and they can remember
Wow.
all of that information. And a couple of my kids are like that too. And I'm like, yeah. Now I'm sitting here reading
Hey,
one.
isn't it a weird feeling when you realize your kid's going to be way smarter than you?
Oh yeah, definitely. Well, they'll
Oh
just never
man,
be bigger or stronger than me. I'll make sure of that.
I
Because
hear you. There you go. There you go.
oh, where was I? I have questions. Yeah, I was trying to do that. All right. So what kind of survival skills do you have? Can you build a shelter? Do you remember to bring your folding saw? Ha. That's John. You remember
You beat me to it. I was going to say something about it tonight.
that?
Yeah, survival skills. We have a little bit of bush skills. Like Devout and I actually built a lean-to shelter out of just logs and pine straw and leaves, and we spent the night
Yeah.
on there. We have a video on it; it'll be coming out soon. But
Awesome.
yeah, so we're trying to get out there and do stuff and survival training from when I was in the military. Just basic survival and stuff. But I'm pretty good at identifying wild edibles. I've been practicing. Part of my degree was biology and had a
Yeah.
concentration in botany. So I just plant identification. So
Yeah, I'm not too good with that. I have a book for it, but like I said, I learn by repetitive action, so I have to keep identifying the plant over and over again before I can just look at it and say, "Hey, there it is." Which reminds me, I was walking through the snow. It was snowing on my face, and I had body armor on, and I went for a walk because that's what I do. And I think I said it over here. Yeah, I did. Let's see if you can identify this. If my camera's clear enough and not too red. Here we go. Can you up there? Can you identify that? I'll get it closer.
is that wow? So that's some kind of fungus on a piece of bark. Is that what that is?
That's pine resin with fat wood. It was dripping. That was
Oh,
hanging from the tree like that, and it looks like something that Arkansas
it
living would
does, man.
be doing outside of
Finding
his
his stuff.
truck. Yeah,
Yeah.
finding his sack. But yeah, it was hanging like this from the tree, and
Okay.
it was just a
Dang, that's
glob
a
that was
big
dripping.
piece.
Yeah, I couldn't help but take that and throw it in my pocket. I have
Is
a
that
video.
what you used? Did you use a piece of that when you were doing the popsicle stick? You were making
Yep.
your own fat wood? Okay.
Yeah, I was just about to mention that. That's exactly what I was using was pine resin
Oh,
like this.
that was a
Although,
cool video. I want to try that.
yeah, it worked really well. I mean, I'm
Look like
planning
it.
on getting out to the woods and trying to hit it with a ferro rod, maybe make some feather sticks out of it, and just see how well it lights up. Because that's really the next test. I just haven't made it out there. So,
Hoss asked a question I saw. They asked if I stored spices really big. We do. We have all kinds of spices stored up. Probably about half of it's salt and meat tenderizer and just various spices.
oh yeah. Yeah, I thought I got a video of me actually finding this, but when I looked down, the video didn't record. It wasn't set, and I was like, "Oh man, I lost it." So I'll have to go back to the where I found those trees, and there's more out there. I'll just go harvest some more.
Oh
It's
yeah,
not going to look as cool as this, though. I have a whole pouch of this stuff sitting around
yeah.
somewhere, and a
I
whole
didn't
bunch
even
of
know
more
what that
popsicle
was.
sticks.
Uh-huh.
So, what kind of EDC blade do you carry?
I have a neck knife that I always wear. It's a cricket,
Yeah,
and then yeah, like very similar to that one.
this is my SE Azula 2, I believe, and I could use it
Nice.
as a neck knife. I just never have.
I took mine off where I sat down. I always have this in my pocket.
Bear Grylls. Yeah,
I know it's a Bear Grylls knife, but it's
that's a Bear
as
Grylls.
far as pocket knives go, it's really good.
Yeah. If I could only carry one knife, as I said in my earlier video, it'd definitely be my Leatherman. This is what Les Stroud, the Survivor man, used to carry, is a Leatherman Wave.
Oh yeah, I used to love him.
Yeah, he has a YouTube channel now where he does some survival
Really?
stuff, and he
Did not know
actually
that.
has a series of hunting for Bigfoot, believe it or not.
Oh, cool. I
Yeah,
did not know that.
yeah. So what do you think about that? Do you believe there's a big hairy thing walking through the woods that nobody can get on camera?
Absolutely, 100%.
Oh yeah, I do too. It's
Yeah,
probably out there.
I have a theory on who Bigfoot is.
Who? You think it's a who?
Maybe just hear me out. Hear me out.
Okay,
I, I
well,
I believe in the Bible from Genesis to Revelation. Okay, and in
okay,
Genesis, it talks about how Cain was marked and he would be a fugitive and a vagabond in the earth. What if that was
yeah.
the mark? God made him hairy and grow big so everyone will know. God said, I'm marking you so everyone who sees you will know. And if you look up like the definition for fugitive and vagabond, it's someone who's always on the run, always hiding from people. And so Cain and his descendants are the Sasquatches.
That would be interesting. I was thinking more like the Nephilim. You know about the Nephilim, I assume.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. That's a good. I didn't thought about that. Yeah,
yeah,
there you go.
could be, but
Wow.
you
Then they
never
would be
know.
evil though. Then they would be evil.
Yeah, and I've heard they're not. From anybody that talks about encounters with them, they really shy away from people and steal their food for the most part. Um, so I don't know. I've never met one. I have had the feeling when I was out camping deep in the woods, just in the middle of a state forest, that something was watching me in the middle of the night. I've had that feeling, and it was weird. And then I started hearing a weird bird squawk not too far from me, and I'm like holding my Glock, like, all right, I'm over here. Come and get me. Stoke the fire. Just wait for it to come out of the
Yeah.
darkness. And
Uh huh.
yeah,
Get your knife ready. You know, I've
Lee
never
the
had
People
a
says he
Bigfoot
knows there's a
story.
Bigfoot. His brother married her.
Oh wow,
Um,
man, Bigfoot must
okay.
be hot.
I don't know about that. If she's hairy, I'm not sure.
some guys are into that hair, man. Come on.
Really?
Yeah, not
Lee
me.
the
I'm not
People?
saying me. It's a friend, a guy in it.
Yeah. Okay. As usual, this live stream has gone into the gutter. So, you know,
I didn't start it. I didn't start it. Except Bigfoot.
no, it's all we the people's fault.
Yeah.
Northwood Cheryl, I completely agree. I've actually heard stories from soldiers in overseas, somewhere in the desert. They came across a giant with 6 fingers, 6 toes, double rows of teeth. And they said it wiped out almost a whole squad before they managed to put it down. And after they put it down, military blacked out helicopters came, lifted it up, and carried it away. And nobody ever seen or heard of it again. So I don't know how true that is, but
Wow.
it does say in Genesis that in the end times it would be like the times of Noah. And in the times of Noah, the Nephilim were definitely present on the earth.
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
So eventually we are probably going to see them again. You also remember stories of David and Goliath. That's what Goliath was a giant with 6 fingers, 6 toes, and double rows of teeth. He was
The
essentially a
son of the
Nephilim.
giant of death. He had
Yeah.
like 3 brothers too, didn't he?
I don't remember exactly. I
There's
don't. I
three or
got to
four
reread that
brothers,
story soon.
and they were all slayed by the 30. What was it? The 30 brave men of David.
Yeah. What do they call them? David's elite or something like that. Special
Yeah,
forces. Yeah, and the one I can't remember their names because I'm so bad with names, but the one wiped out like hundreds of them with a spear.
yeah,
And
yep.
people like to talk about Hercules. There's your Hercules right there.
There you go. And
Or
then
these
who
weird
was it? Who was it
myths.
that stood in his field of beans and fought the Philistines? Was it Shammah? Was that his name?
I'm
He was
so
one of
bad with
David's.
names. I can barely remember
I am
my
too,
own name.
man.
That's why I wrote it on the wall back there so I can keep track of it. So,
I hear
uh,
you.
all right, we've almost gotten through my other questions. What else do you carry on your EDC? Flashlights. I know you carry a multi-tool blade. Personal
Yeah,
defense. But
yeah,
how about flashlights?
yeah. I carry a flashlight. I don't have it. I like stripped my pockets where I sat down talking to you, but I do keep a flashlight in my other pocket.
I have an
Um,
L-shaped desk, so I just pile everything on one side of it so I can always reach stuff. This is my
that's smart.
wintertime EDC kit, and I've shown this several times. It's
Oh,
got
that's sweet.
a blade, a flashlight, a Bic lighter, a ferro rod, a uh, emergency blanket, extra battery for the flashlight that I did remember to put back in there. But this is what I like the most. This is a Vaseline soaked cotton ball, vacuum
Nice.
sealed in a square. And I'll
That is
tell you, if
cool.
you take a Bic and you just light the corner of it, it'll burn for a long time. It'll start a fire really well. And yeah, we
Oh
make
yeah.
those ourselves. I also have wet fire tabs in here because I'm getting low on my cotton balls. It's really time to make some more. But then I made all those fat wood things, and I got to try
Yeah.
those out. Break a couple in half and shove them in there. See how that works. Hopefully, it works.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so I'm into the bug out section of the questions. See, we're testing these on you. We got about 15 minutes left because I don't want to cut in because I know Gray Man's going live at 9, but I think Angry Prepper is also going live at 9. I wonder if I can watch two streams. Of course I can. I can watch like 5 streams at once, but I wonder if I can pay attention to 2 streams at once because I know Gray Man's got Alaska Prepper coming on tonight. That's going to be a good one.
Yeah, that's gonna be a good
So,
one.
bug out questions. I assume you have a bug out bag. That's just
Yeah, I
basic
do.
pepper stuff, right? What backpack do you use, like brand, or is it just a generic?
Um, I used to have a Molly bag I had when I was in the army, and that was my bug out bag. And then I just it was just too tactical looking, and like so I actually have an Adidas like sports hiking bag that I use now. That
Yeah,
actually is my go bag. Like I take that bag with me everywhere. It's a get home bag like for I have a week supply of food and everything I need for a week that I always have with me. Um, we do have two other bug out bags, and then my wife has her personal one, and each of my kids have one.
we the people says I can't even pay attention to my own stream. I'm paying attention just fine. It's just I don't pay attention to you that well. That's all there is to it. I mean, I just don't always bother reading the comments. They're distracting. I get to reading the comments and then I'm not listening too well, and it's rude. I don't like to be rude. Yeah, I carry a 511 Rush 73
Nice.
huge Molly backpack that's all black and looks really incredibly tactical. So for that reason, I'm ordering what is it, a rain bag for the thing, a dry bag to put over it,
Yeah.
pack cover. That's what I'm looking for, pack cover. And I'm going to get like an off color, like a gray, something to cover it up. Because if you're in a bug out situation and you're trying not to look tactical, you just throw that thing on there to change the color of it,
Uh,
and it'll look just like, I don't know, a big balloon on your back or whatever. So what would it take for you to abandon ship and bug out?
there would have to be a lethal, threatening force trying to take the homestead that I knew in my mind there's no way we could repel it without losing, people. We would have to
Never
go
fight
for
a
it.
battle you can't win.
Yeah, especially when you're fighting with your wife and kids, your mom, and
Yep.
people you just don't want to see get hurt. You don't want to even put them in that situation. That's what it would take. Um, we're we're set up pretty good here where we live, and it's the middle of nowhere down an old road that's never gets serviced by the state, and we've known the people who live on the road about maybe 15 other families for 25 years. Yeah, they're not the best people, but they're decent people. You know what I mean? It's
Cannon
uh,
fodder, right?
yeah.
I see you didn't disagree with that statement.
Every man for himself. I mean, it is. I mean, it would be that way. You can't go out and you can't save everybody. Let me put it that way. I mean, of course, the community would try to band together. There's another homestead family across the street from us. They're really good people, but
Yeah.
we're not like best friends. We're just neighbors. You know, we're good neighbors to each other. And I could see, like in a shift situation, us forming some kind of loose alliance just to protect our road.
Yeah.
But like you said, I mean, in the end, I can't risk my family. I mean, that they have to be priority.
So, in the event there was a horde of zombies coming at you, is there any one person that you would shoot them in the leg, let them drop, so that you could get away? Just, you know.
I plead the fifth.
Yeah, good answer. Very good answer. All right, so let's just say you did have that overwhelming force coming down the road or on your property trying to take it. In the event that you had to bug out, would you leave your extra supplies in the house, or would you light that thing on fire on your way out the door?
If I would, oh yeah, I would definitely. I would destroy all of it.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
me too.
yeah, I wouldn't let them have it. No way. Yeah, I'd burn everything to the
Exactly.
ground. You
Exactly.
taking from me? No, you ain't getting nothing. I'd
See,
try to
I
set a
made that
bomb or
video the
something
other
if I
day, and
could. Yeah.
so many people said I would be worried about burning all my supplies up because it might catch the neighbor's home. But to that, I don't think, you're
I'm
talking
not
about
worried
a
about
group
that.
of people coming into your home.
The
Do
neighbors
you
aren't
think
safe
that
anyway
you're
unless
the
they're in
only
on it.
home they're coming into? You might be doing your neighbors a favor by, lighting your house on fire, announcing, hey, there's
I'd
a
do
problem.
something. Or I'd poison the food. I would do something. I ain't leaving someone who's forcing me and my family off what we've prepared and taken care of. No.
Yeah. And then you're just leaving them, extra ammo, calories, and all the things they need to go over to your neighbor's house when they're done with yours to go do whatever they were going to do to them. And your neighbors may not be as prepared as you, and they might not see it coming, and very bad things could happen to them. Things worse than death that I won't bother to mention, if you know what I mean.
Hey,
So,
yeah, it
that's
is.
what I think of is they're not getting it. It's just not happening. So Angry Prepper has a question he always asks about people coming across a bug out cache while they're walking through, kind of like a morality type of question. I don't have that type of question. What I would rather know is I came up with this one. What would you do if you were bugging out, you're walking to wherever, you're on foot, you come across a family that seems very desperate and hungry, but could also possibly be a threat to your family? How would you handle that situation? Would you approach them and try to, make peace? Would you shoot first? Would you turn around, go the other way? I mean, how would you handle that?
If they hadn't seen me, I would watch them. I would hide and watch them and just see what they say and do. I mean, if it's a family with children, you can tell right away how they treat the children. What the relationship is between the adults. You can. I mean, you're a parent. You know this. I know when a kid's scared or nervous around a certain adult. And that's an alarm right there. Like, what's going on? So I would watch them first, and I might leave them something and then go off in the direction where they don't know where I'm doing. I might like yell from a distance, say, "Hey, if you go over there, I left you some food and water." And I
Yeah.
would go off in a different direction. I would try to help people if I could, but not at the detriment of my family. Like if my family was with me, I might take them to a safe place and say, "Y'all stay here, I'll be back." And then I would go do that with the other family.
But what if you didn't come back because they were a threat? Then you left your family, without you.
And that would suck. But I mean, my family,
Yeah.
hopefully they know what to do at that point. I mean, that's why
Yeah.
we prepare, and even mentally, I always tell my kids, "What if I'm not here? What are you gonna do?" That's always my question to them.
Oh yeah. Yeah. There is no real wrong answer. It's just you really have to
Yeah,
evaluate and assess the situation before you can approach it and make a decision
amen.
on it. So yeah. All right. There's one more question I have to ask, and it was texted to me that I should ask it. So here it goes. This is Greg's fault. Greg, he texted me this and said I should ask this question. John's about to hate me. All
Appreciate
right.
it, Greg.
So you have 3 options. You have to choose one of the 3. First option. I got to look this up. I forgot the questions. Where did I put the questions? They're on this page. All right. I'm sure you know the thing. Oh, yeah, I remember. First option is you have to take the shot, the miracle shot. Second option is you have to spend the night on Brokeback Mountain with John from Prepper Nation. Or option 3, you have to eat a can of Spam live on camera. What would you pick?
No hesitation. Definitely number 2.
Yeah? You going to spend the night with John?
Heck yeah, man. I camp out with John all the time.
Bring your own tent. That's what I always say. I don't understand this whole Brokeback Mountain thing.
Right?
Like, bring your own tent. You don't got to stay in the tent
I think
with the guy.
it'd be a great time, man. I'd love to talk to that guy one-on-one. Not be on camera, just hang out. Yeah, number 2.
Everybody always takes that question to the gutter. It doesn't have to be that way. I think the best answer I ever got was
we just be 2 bros hanging out on a camp out.
Yeah.
Why we always got to go Brokeback, guys? Come on.
Exactly. Just because you're on the mountain doesn't mean you have to be like the movie On the Mountain. I mean, I've never seen that movie. I never will either. It's just wrong. It's wrong on more levels than I want to mention. So we are just about out of time. Thank Greg for that question, though. It's all Greg's fault. He texted that to me.
Great guy. Love that guy.
Yeah, he's an awesome guy. Pepper Nation says, no, not option 2. Cat Lady says, OMG, here we go, or here he goes.
Oh, sweet. Pepper Nation said we'd play chess. Heck yeah. I'd love to kick Pepper Nation's butt. Chess.
Play chess next to a campfire. I like to play chess with my kids, and I always do the 4-move thing until they finally memorize it. I'm going to do the 4-move thing. It's like basic chess, that 4 moves and they're out kind of thing. I played chess a lot.
People who don't know nothing about chess.
Exactly.
Once they figure out what you're going to do, they know how to block it.
Yep. Yeah. They learn after about 3 games typically. So, yeah. Hey, Rip Curl, how's it going? Northern Girl Hobby. She's all sold out of dolls. I know Hutch Homestead's disappointed. He wanted more. Full of Hope, I thought you were going to bed earlier. Full of Hope convinced Alaska Prepper to make me a mod. Thank you, Full of Hope. It cost her $5 too. Man, everybody's going live at 9. Gray Man's going live. Angry Prepper's going live. Prepper Nurse 1's going live. This is why I did this at 8. Because everybody else is going live. Man. Oh, yeah. And just a reminder for everybody, tomorrow at the same time, 8 p.m. Eastern time, I'm going to have the Grumpy Prepper right here on Grim Survival.
Nice. Grumpy.
Well, I'm going to see how grumpy he really is.
Yeah.
Because I've watched his videos. He doesn't seem that grumpy.
Sweet.
Poor Grumpy. I'm going to ask him the spam question. I hope Prepper Nation shows up for that. I got to remember the spam question. I added to this new list I made. That's why I lost it, because I made a whole new list of questions. But you did well. I liked your answers. You were my guinea pig for these questions, so thank you for
that. Yeah, that was a good one. I like that.
So we could answer questions for the last couple minutes. Put them in all caps. If you have a question, please, it's the Grim and Grumpy Show. I might have to name it that now. Yeah, that's a good idea. That. Yeah, write that down. The Grim and Grumpy Show, or the Grumpy Grim Show. We could just do that. Then people wouldn't know he's there. Though. They just think I'm just being my normal self. I'm writing notes on my note. This thing is ridiculous. Because I will forget that name if I don't write it down. I really will. I'm bad with names.
Yeah, me too.
The Ugly Prepper, how's it going? I hope you're healing well.
What's
Did you hear the Ugly Prepper broke his leg?
I like saying that. Ugly Prepper broke his leg? I did not hear that.
Yeah, he's got a few videos up on his channel. I asked him before, but I didn't get the story because I'm bad at paying attention to chat. So, yeah, I'm curious, the Ugly Prepper, if you'd like to let us know how you broke your leg. I'm very curious. Airborne Prepper, how's it going? Domestic Gangsta is in the house. I seen you pop up a little while ago. You were late. You were late, Domestic Gangsta. Just like a gangster, always showing up late, right?
Yeah.
Grumplins? I'm not naming it Grumplins. That's
The Grumplins.
No, no, we can't do that.
007 asked me who my favorite congresswoman is. AOC. Absolutely AC. She gives me joy and laughter every day. She's the best. She's my favorite comedian. You say comedian, right? Yeah.
You know why she's in whatever position she's in the office, right? You know why she's there. Eye candy.
Why is that, Graham?
Eye candy.
Yeah.
They needed something to look at. Because she ain't got no skills. So they needed somebody to mix the drinks, serve them the drinks, and something to look at. That's the only reason she's there.
Yeah. and to make up stories when something goes down.
Oh yeah. Yep. Somebody's got to tell good stories. I mean, you get bored otherwise, just sitting there not doing nothing all day like most politicians. So
yeah. Did you know Ted Cruz tried to murder her?
Apparently, who did?
That's what she
Ted
said.
Cruz? Man, Ted
tried to murder her.
Yes, buddy. Try harder. These politicians are ridiculous. She's a what? I don't even know how to. I don't even know how. Setter, I don't even know what word that is. Is that a real word?
Lakalama. What's that mean?
I have no clue.
Lakalama.
Not any clue whatsoever. But let me hit this button over here. Let's see. We only got 3 dislikes. My trolls, you are not on it tonight, trolls. Let's see. There's 118 likes and 151 in the chat. Don't forget to hit one of those 2 buttons. Either one doesn't matter to me because they all do the same thing in the computer system. So please hit a button because buttons are fun. If you haven't hit the subscribe button yet, hit that button. If you already have, please don't hit that button because it does the opposite of what I want it to do. And remember, when I do get up to 5,000 subscribers, which we're getting close to, I'm putting together one of these kits for a giveaway. So this is going to be I'm going to say this is my oh shit kit. And I'm going to put together another one of these kits for a giveaway. I did this back when I got 500 subscribers. So in honor of my 500, when I hit 5,000, I'm putting together one more kit to give away. So, yeah, that's the goal anyway. Unless I hit 5,000 tomorrow, and then, yeah, we're waiting a while. But, All right, I am going to get off here because Gray Man is going to have Alaska Prepper on in about a minute. And then there's so many other lives popping up. So, yeah, take your pick, guys, for Prepper Clubbing Entertainment because there's plenty of options tonight for sure. I'm definitely going to go check out Gray Man. And, hey, Native, I appreciate you coming on. We'll have to do this again sometime. I'll make a whole other list of questions.
Thank you,
to fix the thread in my microphone or my camera.
All my gremlin brothers and sisters be envious. I sat next to our king. Yeah.
All right. This is my crown, right? Is that what this is?
Yeah.
My crown? Yeah. I need to get some gold inlay and put around the rim there.
Should, man. Definitely.
You make my head not fit in this thing. You keep it up.
You should get a patch of your logo and put it on your head, dude. That would be so cool.
But I got that. I think this is kind of redundant. I got one with my shirt.
That way, when you go out in the world, everyone's going to say, "What is Grim Survival?"
That's true. I do have a jacket with a Grim Survival logo on it, though. So, yeah. All right. One more thing, just because it's easy accessible. You said you've read the Bible from cover to cover. Do you know what a tzitzit is?
A tzitzit?
A tzitzit. One of these.
No.
So when you read the New Testament in Matthew, the story of the woman that touched Yeshua or Jesus and then was healed, she touched his tassels. They were his tzitzit. You can find them in the Old Testament. It's actually one of the commands that you are supposed to wear as a reminder of your Creator, tzitzit. And you're actually supposed to wear 4 of them from all 4 corners of your garment. And I've been wearing them, and people are really giving me some weird looks. So, yeah. So it's doing something. That's for sure.
Awesome, man. I like how you live the scriptures, man.
Oh yeah,
That's cool.
always.
Yeah.
That's why I wear that, to remind myself when I'm driving in traffic, because I have a road rage problem from being a truck driver for too long. Yeah, I do have a road rage problem. I will yell at people that cannot hear me. And,
I know.
Yeah. All right, guys, we're over the time. Thank you, Native, for being here. I hope everyone has a very blessed day. Shalom, my shalomi homies, as Bear Independent would say. Have a good one.